Welcome, marketing chefs. I've got something truly special cooking in our Omni-Channel oven today. Marketing Kitchen TV episode 15. Up next in the Marketing Kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen, the Marketing Kitchen. Hi, I'm Ron Vining, your host of Marketing Kitchen TV. Hey marketing chefs, I would like to welcome you back for episode 15 of Marketing Kitchen TV Q&A Live. I'm going to pick up where we left off with Alexa. Before I do, just want to remind everyone, if you have a question and you'd like me to answer it here on YouTube, please go to our companion Twitter feed, which is @MarketingKitchenTV with the hashtag Q&A, and I will answer your questions right here. We also have a companion Instagram feed, which can also be found at this same handle. So that's something new that we're working on. Love to have you join us there as well. If you haven't done so already, we're doing a challenge. I'm doing a drive here. I would really appreciate it if you would not only, if you haven't already, subscribe and like our videos, but also a challenge is please share this channel with 2 of your friends, at least getting one of them to subscribe to this channel. And when I say friends, it can be family, it can be a friend. Family and friends can happen to this, I guess, be one and the same, right? It could be a colleague, it can be anyone that might be interested in marketing content. But also, we do Lego reviews, and I also do film reviews and TV show reviews and streaming services. I just haven't done them this year, except for one Lego video, because I've been busy with the Q&A, and of course been busy with some other things that have been happening in the outside world. But if you'd like to be engaged, then please subscribe. You can check for notifications as well too if you want to know each time a new episode drops. Alexa, I remember right now, you asked me, and I respond because you are not, I don't think this was a Marketing Kitchen TV exclusive question. You are actually asking me on my Ron Vining profile. So I remember. So Alexa, I take all of that back. You asked this fabulous question, and I remember now. Yeah, and I responded to you with 2 tweets, which I'm surprised they're not showing when I click on this right here. And so that's annoying. Okay, but I did respond, and I'm not even seeing them here. I could go to my profile, but I don't want to disrupt the thread to do that, because then we'll miss out on, well actually, yeah, no, okay. Real time here, live, so I was trying to figure out what I would like to do with this. So I'll just answer you organically, not rely on the 2 tweets that I had sent you, but I specifically responded to this there. But I think it's good, it's a great question, so let me take it. Your question is, have you ever thought about putting your content on TikTok? With the quarantine, there have been a rush of older generations joining, and I got offended by that. The organic reach on the mobile app is insane. Make 60-second vids for Marketing Kitchen. Thoughts about TikTok? All right. You might not like my verbal response, Alexa, but maybe you will. All right. Had you watched everything you want to know about content marketing and then some more, so this video right here, had you watched this video, over a year ago, I predicted, before people were on TikTok, I predicted that TikTok would be a success. I also suggested, Alexa, that individuals should utilize TikTok to film 30-second promos, okay, up to 60-second promos. I also suggested you could do this on Periscope or on a story. So you could do this on a YouTube story, Instagram story, Facebook story, or even on Snap, to promote their YouTube channel. And I think it's a fabulous idea. And that's why I shared it over a year plus ago. And if you had watched that video, you'd already know my position on that. And I forgot, maybe it's episode 3 that I did this year, or chapter 3, part 3, whatever. I also talked about it. So in the subject line, one of them, it's TikTok. and I forgot the video, but why don't I link that right here? I'll find it and I'll link that here. So that's 3 videos I need to link in the end card section here. Hopefully I'll remember. One's on virtual reality, the other is on the content marketing one, and then this TikTok one. Okay, I gotta remember to watch all my videos to see when I do this, so that I'll remember to put the right end card. Oh, and if you could do me a huge favor, everybody, if I don't put a video in the end card, or in the, or do title cards rather, not end card, title cards, then that's what happens with the ones that they're baked here. Please write me in the comments section, and then I will remember, well, I won't remember, you'll remind me and I'll put them in there. Okay, and your time expired, and I'm gonna start it again right now because I was just sharing all of that. Let me start. So I'll give you a full, fresh countdown. Okay, so I have talked about it. I did just share that I think that's a great idea to do that. The question about quarantine and older generations joining, are they? Yeah, maybe they are. I've seen families on TikTok together now, which I think is pretty cool. That's been one of the latest trends on TikTok, having like, you know, mother-daughter, father-son, or vice versa, or mixed, all doing a synchronized dance together, more so than doing with their friends, since their friends are not allowed to be in the same place with them. I've seen people mashing up videos together, so are doing the same dance, different locations, putting them together as well. Anyway, but to answer your question, so I responded on Twitter about this, and I think it's a great idea. It's not for me. Will I do it for Appflix? Yeah, absolutely, because I want to target a different segment. Will I take the time to do it for myself here? No, not at all. No interest. I see TikTok, especially with the issues that they're having in relation to privacy with Chinese spying, and the fact that the U.S. military is banning people, so our people in our armed services, from having TikTok on their phones. I see TikTok as a fad that will be gone in 12 to 18 months. So as a futurist, putting on that hat, TikTok's gone 12 to 18 months. Just my prediction. Could I be wrong? Yeah. And if I am, 12 to 18 months from now, it's the day after Easter 2020, say, Ron, you were wrong. It's possible. I will use TikTok for Appflix. I won't use it for this, even though I came up with that idea a year and a half ago. I am hiring somebody who's going to be dedicated to promoting my YouTube endeavors, both for actually, so I have 4 YouTube channels. I have one for VINING Management, which used to be my music management company, that I'll be restarting that later this year. I have a new channel, Appflix, which has no content on it right now. I have my Ron Vining channel, which has basically no content on it, and then I have this one. So I'm going to be hiring somebody in May who's going to be focused almost 100% on my YouTube. And so let's see what she wants to do with the channel. And if she wants to take videos that I've done for YouTube and cut them up and put them on TikTok, I'm all for it. But I don't have the time for that. And I'm not trying to be a social influencer. I have no interest in that whatsoever. It's not, I'm not saying that somebody who's a social influencer doesn't work, because as a content creator, I know how much time that takes. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a platform. I mean, my focus now, I have 3 focuses, right? And you asked the personal question, so I'll just give it to you. I've got 3 focuses. One is to build Appflix, so a streaming entertainment platform. I want to finish Learnami, which is an AI-based learning management system. And I want to finish off the software that I've been working on called Automated Influx, or Auto Influx, which is a storytelling and content marketing program based on AI that everything I've talked about that I do on LinkedIn, it will do it on its own. And it will actually even find the content, turn it into the story. So my Learnamis will no longer be written by me. The AI will be based on my thought process though, and it will be churning out the content without my involvement. When those three things are finished in various stages, then that's where I'm going. Will I use those channels to promote those? Probably. Anyway, great question, Alexa. Thank you for that so much. And you are a social influencer, and you're killing my metrics in every single way. And so I congratulate you for that. If you want to have me on your channel, I'd love that. And I invite you to come onto my channel as well. And we can do some cross-platform sharing. You'll certainly help me more than I'll help you in that aspect. But yeah, I mean, that's just not what I'm trying to accomplish with this. And I have done this for others though, and so for example, my political career, I used to be a political campaign manager all the way from the local level to the White House. I have certainly been more successful for other people than I have been for myself, because it's very hard to be the talent, the creator, the strategist. You can't wear all of the hats, or you can't be trying to do so many different things at the same time. And that's again why I say focus on a particular channel. My endeavor here on YouTube is really more of a personal test for fun, as well as to create an avenue just to express myself, talking about Lego, talking about film reviews, and primarily MarketingKitchenTV is for my UMass Boston students. So, all right, great question, Alexa. Thank you so much. And let's see, so Cassidy and Kendall will be our final two questions. All right, Cassidy, your question is, how would a business target market change during the pandemic? So how would a business target market change during the pandemic? Well, Cassidy, that's a fantastic question. But before I answer that, I think you know what I'm going to say. And I'm going to say, what's the business, right? Because again, going back to, you have your goal and objective, you have your audience or your customer, you have your message, and you have your channel. Now, obviously the channel may, especially if it's a physical channel, has been completely disrupted unless you've always been online. If you've always been online, then you're prepared, but now you're dealing with more traffic, so you've got more noise in your space. Cassidy, I really would like to know what line of business or industry, what the product or service is, what even the market is, to be able to best answer that. So knowing all of that, I can't give you the best answer possible, but I will give you an answer nonetheless. I'm not sure that I like this lighting on the face because, we could, I'm trying to do the reflection here. There we go. Because, I could be doing sock puppets on here. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if I like being in this corner. All right, Cassidy, let me, we got live TV going on here. So I should behave. Okay, Cassidy, best answering your question. So, has the target market changed though? For most industries, your target market hasn't changed, but your channel has changed. And with channel, I'm talking about how you deliver the message, right? The means by which you deliver the message, where you're delivering the message. So I don't think your target customer is still your customer. It's just the message and the channel have changed. So how do you gear up for that? Or how do you prepare for that? Well, what do you want to do? So if I'm a restaurant, okay, obviously if I'm a restaurant, most countries don't allow people to eat into the restaurant anymore. Some countries aren't allowing people out of their homes. So these restaurants still need to survive. So they either need to have had an active website, they need to have had delivered. So here's one thing I would certainly do. If I'm a restaurant and my target market is not all digital, then I'm going to make sure that I mail out a menu. And on the menu, I'm going to push my website. I might push my mobile app, or I might push the platform that my mobile app is on, right? Because there are dedicated e-delivery services. And then of course, some of ride-sharing companies have their own food delivery services as well. So I would mail out that. If I have an email list, I would email that out. If I can do paid promotion, if I've got budget for that, because that's actually going to be more expensive than actually mailing the menu out. And the reason why I say that is because most restaurants have a service area, and most delivery places have service area as well. So unless you're a chain, but if you are sort of local, then it would be cheaper for you to actually print a menu and mail it out, with that menu having a coupon on it, that menu having a QR code to download the app, or to go away to just click on the QR code to go to the website, whatever it might be. But there's a number of ways you could do that. So I would say that the target market really is not changing, but the channel is changing. And therefore, if the channel changes, the message has to change to a certain extent. But I would be making use of that, of traditional mail, as well as paid advertising, as well as potentially, I don't know that I'd rush into an app. I would certainly get online with a website and with potentially an e-commerce platform that's there. But there's so many ways around it. So Cassidy, if you've got a specific need for that, or if you're actually a business out there and you need help with that, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. One of the things, I think I mentioned this on LinkedIn, but maybe I should be more clear about it. If there's any business out there and you don't have money right now, but you need somebody to help you with your marketing, I won't charge you a penny today, okay? I will get you up and running as quickly as possible. I don't need a penny from you today, but when you're back on your feet, we'll set when that time would be. Then, you know, of course, I'd like to be paid for the time that I spent to get you back on your toes. But yeah, I mean, I understand where business is at, and I'm here to help. So let me know. Okay, I've always, so when I was in university, I was in a fraternity called Alpha Phi Omega. It's an international service fraternity. And yeah, I mean, I believe in, our motto is leadership, friendship, and service. And as a leader, as a friend, and as somebody that I want to serve the community. So I would certainly provide my services free of charge. And when you're back on your feet, then, you know, return the favor. Because I've got a team that needs to get paid, and I got bills that I got to pay as well. All right, my final question here for episode 13 is by Kendall. And Kendall asks, speaking as a consumer, why would I need to download an app when there is a website? Oh, this is fantastic. This is a great follow. This is a great question based on what I was just saying to Cassidy's question here. Okay, where I was mentioning about app versus website, and I said don't rush into it. Okay, great. Seems unnecessary to make a complete switch. This article does not mention protection of user data when switching platforms. And the article here, this is why you should choose mobile apps versus responsive websites. Okay, I have not read the article, Diana, and I have not read the article, Kendall. But Kendall, by the way, I think I might have asked you too. You want to make sure that you include your source in these posts too, so that I can look at both of them. And then also people watching the videos here, I know, are going back to the Twitter and they're clicking through as well. Anyhow, A fantastic question. So speaking as a consumer, why would I need to download an app when there is a website? Seems unnecessary to make a complete switch. This article does not mention protection of user data when switching platforms. Okay, as somebody who has built mobile apps and responsive websites, and websites I've built myself, the apps I've actually hired somebody to do, but I've designed them. Let me try to answer those questions for you there, because that's fabulous, that's great. If I'm a business today and I need to get on the internet tomorrow, I am not building a mobile app. I am going to say to Wix, or I'm going to Squarespace, or I'm going to WordPress, or GoDaddy has their own platform that's Wix and or Squarespace like. So those are, and there's others, but anyway, so that's 4 potentials that you could go to. And then of course you could hire somebody to just build you a pure HTML website. But I'm talking about whether you are going to do it on your own or not. Okay, anyway, but that's not really, that's a whole nother discussion. And if somebody asks me a question about that at MarketingKitchenTV on Twitter with hashtag Q&A, I will answer it here. Okay, so Kendall, I totally agree with you. I would go with a mobile responsive website. It has to be mobile responsive, and the 4 platforms that I just mentioned there do build you a mobile responsive website, either that you could do on your own, or you can hire somebody to do, or you can hire somebody outside to do it. Now, what is the advantage of the mobile responsive website versus the app? Number 1, most people do not download apps unless they have to, or unless they love your brand, or unless there's some experience that is so exclusive to the app that they must absolutely do it. And then, if they do download the app after all of what I just said, the likelihood, unless you continue to offer them a value-added experience, is unlikely that they will click on that app. And then also too, will they add your app? Like, where will they add your app? So here's my phone, for example. And as you can see, there is a lot of apps on my phone. Now this is my home screen. I've got to utilize you all the time for you to make it onto my home screen as a brand. And then if you go a bit further, and then you come here to, and I've kept everything just to a couple of screens, but in order to make it here, what happens is that, and let's go to, so I'll click on Singapore right here. Under Singapore, you see that, so Resorts World is where Universal Studios is at. You see Starbucks there, you see McDonald's. Okay, so obviously these are some things that I frequent, but I don't frequent them all that often. On the next page, we've got some of the food delivery service apps that are there, and even a particular restaurant. So going back to, say, what Kendall was asking me, here we've got ALT. It's probably one of the best pizza joints in Singapore. I've downloaded their app because they're always offering great coupons. And so that's a value-added experience for me that I can only achieve through their loyalty system through their app. Can't achieve that through their website. So that is why I downloaded the app for their loyalty system program, and also to get the discount on pizza that I love. But beyond that, there are very few apps that I will download and engage with. Let me take just to further answer that. Let me show you. So that was my Singapore one. Obviously, I'm not in the US as much as I'm in Singapore, but see, here's some of the brands that I engage with in the US, and that's why I've got their apps that are there, yeah? And very few amongst all the apps that I have. So the downside of a mobile application is the fact that very few people can be enticed to download it. Even fewer percentage can be enticed to use it, unless there is that value-added piece that I just talked about. The mobile responsive website can do everything that we've talked about without those downfalls, because you type it in and there you go. And also too, let me mention, you can also add a website to your home screen. So for example, you see right here that the website that I'm building called AppFlix, I'm not building an app for that, at least not yet. This is a mobile responsive website, but I can add a website as an app to the home screen. So you can also just educate your consumers how to do that. Because, so when I click on that app right there, and I don't know why it's loading so slowly, maybe, dun, 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 there we go. And so AppFlix loads right there, and what happens is that was just an app icon without it being an app, bringing you right here to the website. That's obviously a work in progress. So it's fully mobile responsive, so it has all the benefits of that app without any of the downsides, except for, and then here's your keyword right here, and protection. One of the things that an app can provide a company and a consumer is added protection or added security that you would not have on any type of website, whether it's responsive or not. So you've got another layer of security. Beyond that extra layer of security and the fact that you can pretty much really control, so on a mobile responsive website, you can control the experience, so the look and the feel, but sometimes when you're switching from an iPhone to an iPad or to different sizes of Android devices by all different manufacturers, or even to the desktop itself, well, actually there's a downside right there. You can't use the app on a desktop, whereas the mobile responsive website can be on everything. But anyway, so the experience can shift. The other piece that gives an app an advantage beyond the security and beyond what I just mentioned. So I guess I just mentioned the three downsides, and then one of the upsides though is the fact that the app also, if you get a customer to visit your app frequently, they're not distracted. So, and you can customize the experience as much as you like. I mean, you can do that on your website too, but you can do that a bit more with the app. But what happens is there's no distractions when you're in an app. So when I'm on a website, however, I could accidentally click on, let's say you're doing ads on your website because you want to try to monetize it. So you could accidentally click on something that takes the consumer out of your website, which wouldn't happen on the app. You can have greater loyalty features in an app than you can on the website. I actually have some gamification that I'm building in to the AppFlix website that because, so actually I have this swipe game that I'm coming up with, and the swipe game will work on a mobile responsive website, but it would be a better or more fun game to play if it were in a mobile app. So again, I guess I'm talking about the experience and the fact that there's less distraction. As a marketer, I can actually ascertain more user metrics and get more data from my customers' interaction with my app than I can with the website. With ad blockers, with cookie blockers, with all of the different safety features that are available or privacy protection features that are available, a lot of those will negate the analytics that you'll be able to ascertain with your mobile responsive website. But once somebody's in your app, you own that experience, you own that data, and you can collect whatever it is that you want within the realm of the law. Again, you need to make sure you're not in violation of international law as it relates to privacy and security and all of that. But fantastic question, Kendall. Great piece there as well, Diana. And I think that dovetailed nicely into what Cassidy had asked. But if you're a business and you need to get started, your best bet is to go with that mobile responsive website first, because it does work on all platforms, including a desktop. You could even if people are watching on a smart TV, could also make use of that. An application, though, is certainly better on a smart TV than asking somebody to type in the browser and go. So I guess that could be a downside on that. Depends, again, on who your audience is and what channel they prefer. But yeah, so I rambled a little bit, but I'm just was trying to think on the top of my head about sort of the balance sheet of some of the pros and cons of each. If you've got a follow-up question, you can ask me on Twitter, or you can ask me in the comments section below, and I'd be happy to talk about that more. Again, that's a subject that I've given full-day masterclasses on. There's a lot that can be talked about the differences between the two. And okay, great. Well, thank you. I think I've exceeded the time that I wanted this whole episode to run anyhow. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for episode 15 of Marketing Kitchen TV Q&A Live. If you'd like to ask me a question, please ask me on Twitter at MarketingKitchenTV with a hashtag Q&A, and I'll answer your question here. If you offer me a comment or anything in the section below, then I will certainly respond here as well. I have a challenge going on. I'm inviting everybody to make sure that they subscribe and like the videos on this channel. And please share this channel with 2 of your friends, trying to get at least one of them to subscribe to the channel so that we can grow our numbers. Okay, that's it for today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming one, which would be episode 14, chapter 14, part 14, but this was 13. I'll see you again in our next episode. Keep safe out there. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your questions. Because some of the episodes went really long, what I've decided to do is take episodes 11, 12, and 13 and divide them up. So I'm actually, out of the 3 that I recorded, I'm going to get 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So I'm going to take 3 long videos and I'm going to make them into 6 shorter videos. So I'll try to sync up the endings to make sure that you know which was which, beyond what you'll see in the thumbnail and also in the description. But if you hear me call it an episode number that it isn't, it's not you hearing things, it's not me being crazy, it's because I decided to cut them up to make them shorter runtime for each of you. As a reminder, if you would like me to answer your question here on Marketing Kitchen TV, all you need to do is go to @MarketingKitchenTV on Twitter, utilize the hashtag Q&A, and I will answer your questions right here. Just a reminder before I let you go, my challenge. The challenge is please share this channel with 2 of your friends. That would be 4. Share this channel with 2 of your friends so that maybe one of them will subscribe, because I want to grow the subscriber base over the next month or so. So if you could help me with that, I'd really appreciate it. All right, thanks a lot for watching episode 15. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, there's always fresh content simmering on our storytelling stovetop. So whatever happens in this kitchen shouldn't stay in this marketing kitchen. I'm Ron Vining, your host, reminding you to invite your family and friends to the next episode of Marketing Kitchen TV.